got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm ready in 10, no, I'm down to win.
Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is now over. It's time to play ball. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Randy Moss. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Dickerson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Back to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. So here's Vick following the interception. Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Deacon Jones. just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Flushed out right. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's Vick. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gonzalez. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On play action, Vick. Able to shake him off. Steps away to his left. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, Vick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. I didn't
offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On 2nd and goal, Vick to the end zone, but it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. Excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That throw by Vick, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he fields it cleanly. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about,
through an opening, and there he Philadelphia. Austin Eckler, 67 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Kicking team.
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Evan Ingram, 37 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now Michael Vick and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible, I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rashawn Perriman, 75 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting, Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And the Jets have got it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Shakes off the sack. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
That is caught by Moss for a Jets touchdown. Randy Moss, 42 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And Vick's throw there, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Eckler. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. A second broken tackle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Randy Moss there to make the grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So the Jets now down by 2 touchdowns, and time a huge factor. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and start this drive in the air toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Finds his tight end, Ingram.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They run the counter. Dickerson. And an alley to run. Trotted, taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 46 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Eckler. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.